Hi everyone. I know it seems sort of probably silly to say Happy New Year, but Happy New Year. I've gotten away from videos a little bit, but I am hoping that not the holiday sort of craziness is over and I've settled in, I feel like, to the new year that I'll probably do these about once a month. I think that's doable considering everything else I have going on. And remember, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, the Shell Letter, please do. There's now a button right there on the home page of the website which makes it easy. The first one is I'm working on it right now. A little later than I'd hoped to be going out, but maybe we'll be, well, maybe I know I will be on a better path after this. There's a lot of new things I'm working on, and sometimes things just don't move as quickly as I'd like them to. I have been thinking a lot about where our dreams are born, and pretty soon here, in a couple of weeks, hopefully, this is my new book, Route 66 or Route 66 66 Dreams, and it's a fiction story about a family in 1986 taking a trip from Chicago to Los Angeles on Route 66 with a several-day stop in Albuquerque. It is not my family, contrary to what people are going to think and already have asked, but it is inspired by the fact that my dad took a trip on Route 66 before he and my mom married in a convertible with a friend. And it's the inspiration, the other inspiration for that story is, and you'll probably hear more about it from me in these weeks until it's released, it printed and then released, is that, I've been thinking again about where our dreams are born. And for me, I have so many questions, and I just find myself asking questions over and over again about things, particularly how I've been able to cope with the things that have happened to me, how I've been able to go forward. And I don't know that I have a lot of answers right now. I feel like there's just so many questions out there, and like bits and pieces are coming to me and things are happening to me, but I haven't quite been able to put them all together. And so in the meantime, what I'm seeing is that there are so many people that are really struggling, and I've always tried to get out messages of hope and how to cope and deal with things. And this goes back 15 more years of my speaking, that I said we really are struggling with people not knowing how to cope and deal with, I don't like the word deal, it sounds like you're playing a card game, but to cope with challenges. And we're especially younger people, and we're seeing, unfortunately, the drastic effects of that, particularly what we're dealing with now as we try to go forward through what I believe, I hope and believe, is nearing the end of this pandemic. But we have so much work we need to do, and people really do need a lot of help. And so I'm hoping that this year I'll be able to reach a lot more people and help them to build those skills that they need. But so this was my book. This is my last book that was published. I'm sorry, Lily keeps running by. You can't see her, but she's running by. This was my last book, Flowers by Day, Stars by Night, Finding Happiness After Loss and Change. I wrote this, I had obviously done all the suicide work, then I'd run the divorced women's group at my church. And I wrote this because the one thing that I feel is still needing is that we aren't given steps about how to cope and go forward, about how to let go. And so this was my stab at that. There's a lot of journaling in here. And so this is something that I'll be drawing from and building on, particularly this next year, as like I said, I hope I can reach more people and help more people to find hope and healing, because I do also believe that your journey to the future is through the past. And so for me, I feel like that's where I'm at. I just, like I said, I can't even explain things because they're happening to me, and I'm not able to quite understand all of them at this point. But I'm working on it, and as I'm able to put things together, it's like the puzzle pieces are here and they're all on the table, but I am not able to put them in any order of anything yet. And as soon as I do, you'll be hearing a lot more about that. But I do, one thing that I really believe that people are struggling with, it's the root of a lot of what's happening, is the failure to know oneself. And you really have to know who you are and what you want. And if you don't know those things, then those are questions you should be asking yourself. So we'll get more into that as time goes on. And I want to share with you, this is a new bag. There's this, I'm calling this Strawberry Sky. There is a whole set. There is this one, there's the handbag, the foam wallet, and the coin purse, which are up on the website. And this is oilcloth. Not calling it Strawberry Fields because there's a green version coming soon. So I thought Sky was more appropriate. So this is one of the latest bags that I've made. And for those of you who are wondering, because there's probably a few out there who are, this is a 1980s Forenza sweater. I typically don't buy much online in terms of vintage clothing, but these are hard to find. And this takes me back to my own days of, well, I believe the 80s, or when I really learned a lot about myself and who I am. And so I'm dressing the 80s today because I am taking a journey from the past to get to my future. Have a shell-tastic day, and I'll talk to all of you soon.